Alright guys, we're going to be casting the Grand Finals. Up in the top right hand corner, in the blue trunks, it's going to be Venny. Down in the bottom left, in the red trunks, it is Yummy Blah Blah. I really hope I've got that set up right. Yeah, okay, sweet. So this is the Grand Finals. Winner of this does walk away with $60. Right, so looks like fast expand here out of both players. A little bit unusual. Travel Kingdom is a longer map, so in terms of sort of rush distance across the middle here, so you can kind of get away with it, but obviously there's this wide open choke. But they're both going to be completely safe, seeing as they're both going for the same build, so that should be fine. Yeah, absolutely safe. So after that, it's unlikely to be a wolf follow-up. People don't normally do that after a fast expand. What we might see is a Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush is a nice follow-up to go for. We do see sometimes a drop follow-up, which can work, and a lot of the times we also see a Rax. I wouldn't be surprised to see drops at a Yummy. I think that could work quite nicely. I would be expecting dragons though, I think. Although I guess 2-base dragon is less common. Both players just gonna do the transfer. They've got pretty much an identical build here. You can see Yummy's build is ever so slightly sort of more optimized. He's getting that little bit extra income. And something actually he's going to do here, which Venny didn't do, is have this tower sort of almost complete. So like a fraction off. Because what that allows him to do is when he comes in for this scout, if he doesn't see any aggression, which isn't there, so he is going to see this expand. It means, so this is probably going to get cancelled in just a sec. So that does save him now about 100 gold, which is really nice. If you can just get 100 gold advantage early on, that's pretty sweet. He's not cancelled it yet, that's surprising. And it is going to be a drop follow-up. So yeah, so we're actually going to see a drop follow-up from both of them. This is going to be interesting. People have been saying the mech's been a little bit overpowered, and it's definitely very strong at the moment, so not going to be too surprised to see mech coming out of these both players. Forge follow-up by Yummy again, so we saw this build up against AC, I believe, in the semi-finals. No Forge out of here from Venny just yet, so we may be looking for that faster third. The Forge is obviously great for the little bit of extra damage. The +1 allows you to 2-shot workers rather than 3-shot them. And obviously the ability to get range upgrades is pretty damn important as well. So Venny's actually going to get this house about sort of 15-20 seconds early. So maybe slightly less optimized build here from Venny. But it's not going to make a huge difference. And Yummy is going to get him to scout that. Yes, so he does scout the entire build. He knows drops are coming. Whereas Venny, on the other hand, has no idea what's going to come. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a airship. Yeah, so there's the airship, sorry. But Ballista, actually. Following up either these workshops, just to shut down their opponent's drop. And there we go, there's the +1 attack out of Yummy. So that allowed him to actually get the sort of 2-shot kills on workers, as opposed to having to use 3. Because if you, sometimes you'll see people come in with the drop, and because it does 32, it leaves them that 1 hit point, so you're pretty much dead, but not quite. So then he's actually going to set up and put up a tower in the main, so that's, I mean, yeah, that'll help a bit, and like that defends against all kinds of drops into your main, and then sort of run-bys, but obviously, like, versus catapults, that's just really not going to do anything. And there we go, the ballista starts off with Vinny, and we've also got one here for Yummy. Yummy going for his own tower as well, so it's going to be an interesting mirror matchup here, because we're basically going to have both players trying to defend their mains and their naturals from these cata drops. So the first hits come in. Actually, okay, so the +1 attack isn't quite done yet, so you can see they've got some health left. Yummy actually picks off 2 workers straight away, pulls away, doesn't actually lose any of his own. Oh, another 2 go down, so this is really not a great start for Venny. He's got to get the, got to start to get some better hits here. He's actually going to focus down the castle. His multitasking maybe not quite. Yummy's got to be careful, there's a ballista right under this. He does get a shot land on it, but he can't risk losing this airship, because that'll give Venny all of the control in this matchup. You have to be able to keep him on the aggression. Yummy, Venny actually looks like he's just going to go for the castle snipe, which is an interesting choice. Not sure I really agree with that. Does pick up the ballista though, so it's really nice for Yummy. Another one is going to pop out as soon as Venny's no longer supply boxed. But right now that means Yummy has full range in the sky, just takes out. And in fact, Venny does get picked out of the sky there, the catapult goes down as well. So really nice defense from Yummy on that side. Does actually end up with a slight worker deficit after all of that. He got 4 worker kills, so that was really nice, but he did actually end up with slightly less workers overall. I guess Venny's just been replacing them slightly faster. But we are going to see this go into a full-on mech game. So there is looking for the expand now for Venny. So this is the normal follow-up and transition out of this build is to grab that 3rd base out of it. Gives you a little bit more supply room for your mech, but also obviously just the extra income for all those delicious upgrades. We're going to see, it's a single, okay, I guess this is just looking to snipe any sort of incoming aggression, and there's going to be some more coming, so you know he's in the right place. Venny should be able to shut this down. He does have a blister and an airship, so Yummy shouldn't do too much damage really here with this drop. And there we go, Venny's going to come in, going to react, the ballista lands beneath it. Yummy's going to go for the shots and will deny a bunch more mining time, so it's a nice little bonus. But he does actually leave 1 catapult behind here, that's not great. Ideally you might get a few shots, it does get an extra worker heal. But there we go, the ballista hunts it down, picks that out of the sky. And Yummy, as I said, didn't get too much done with this aggression. Oh, he might get a... Oh, really nice there, 3 kills on that catapult. It's a very juicy shot. And did actually miss a wolves then going in the back there, so that's a nice follow-up as well. So you can see his 3rd base is actually going to be quite a lot delayed, but he's managed to keep the aggression all on his opponent's side of the map. So he's not taking much pressure himself, all the damage and aggression is being done on his opponent's side. He's evened up the worker count, and that wolves then now means that he can actually sort of just dash in and make a few pickoffs. So where the catapults maybe leave these workers on, you can see on 1 health, or just where they're trying to expand or just overreach at all, Yummy's going to be looking, where is that wall? There we go, there's the wall. So he's going to be looking for these extra pickoffs just around the map, and also for scouting as well. It's quite hard to deny wolves from getting in and seeing everything. So you can see another drop from Venny here coming in. So we'll see if this gets to do any damage. Yep, wolf getting in, going to do some harassment damage. And Yummy's not really in position to defend this third. There's a ballista here in the main which will help. He does actually have +3 attack now though, alongside the speed upgrade. So that's actually going to make this pretty interesting. The speed upgrade is obviously going to be great for the airship. Allows you to just escape your opponent's airship a little bit better, hunt down opponent drops. And obviously having slightly faster catapults is always nice as well. That +3 damage is going to get absolutely ridiculous pretty soon. Well, it's actually on +4 now. I thought they used to do more additional damage for catapults. Maybe I misunderstood. I thought they used to do more damage. I thought it used to be something like +5 for mech. Clearly missed something. And so there's another drop here from Yummy in the main, once again denying yet more mining time. This drop will get shut down, but it's sort of trying to slow down his opponent a little bit more, do a little bit more damage. But Benny is actually pulling ahead in workers right now. I think 28 to 24. So Benny doing really well on just stabilizing on just against all this damage. He is throwing a little bit of gold though, so he's got to be a little bit careful against that. And we're actually going to see another mech speed upgrade finish in just a second here for Yummy. So this is another drop coming in towards the third. There's actually one already here. This second dropship is going to come in, try and do a little bit more harassment damage. Yummy's actually not reacting to this. He might actually lose this catapult if he's not too careful. And then he's looking to expand over here, but Yummy's already on top of it, already denying and harassing this. Picked off the worker that was building that tower. And the stop's coming in. The tower's actually in a really nice position just to slow down this push. You can see it sort of defends up to this area, so he's actually going to have to try and pick up the tower or risking damage while he's trying to pick up these workers. So all in all, didn't really get a huge amount done with that drop. Went for it, but Yummy's defense is pretty good right now. He actually denied the tower over there. I think it didn't get cancelled, so that's really nice for Yummy. That's an extra sort of 100 or so gold that didn't get cancelled and is actually going to have to be replaced. Looks like you should actually get another worker pickoff or two here as well. So these wolves, they're only a small investment, but they're a really nice little extra bit of damage. Again, deflecting this drop coming in on the third base. This drop is actually going to get surrounded as well though. The dropship, I'm not sure what happened to the dropship. I guess it got picked off. There's 4 ballista here, so that'll do it. So both players struggling to really find much of an opening. Yummy actually is going to try and pick off a few workers here. He might get another... Oh, it's close. He might get the last one. He does actually get all 3, and looks like he should get out with 2 wolves here. So that's really, really nice pickoff for him there. Actually puts him in the worker lead by those 3 workers. Now here comes the push out from Yummy. He's going to start to push this mech army up towards the top of the map. We'll see how much damage he can get done. He's actually got only 1 ballista here, so that actually could be a little bit of a problem. He's going to try and put a little bit of pressure to zone out these dropships. But, I mean, if the ballista goes down, then obviously Yummy has free sort of air control right now. And yeah, you can see they're going to take a little bit of damage. The catapult's being dropped there, but you can see Yummy's micro is really good. And these airships allow him to just pick up and drop, and because of the travel time of these catapult shots, he's actually not going to take much damage. So more catapults coming in towards this 4th base location. There isn't a base there to pick off just yet. Airship goes down as well. So nice sort of aggression here from Yummy for the start of this. He's got to be a little bit careful. Couple of shots come in here, does pick up another catapult. Return shot from the ballista isn't going to do enough to zone this out just yet. But you can see he's trying to rotate, trying to keep away from these ballistas. There's a second one here now for Yummy. Good micro to keep that back. He might actually... Yeah, he does have enough damage to kill that in 1 more shot if he can get close enough. It does only take 4 shots from these upgraded ballistas to take that out. Catapults again, pick up an opposing catapult in the natural. They're going to go in for this tower on this base as well. So Yummy just playing all over the map now, making it really, really hard for Benny to actually deal with this. More catapults going down. Yummy's catapults are all pretty low though. They're within 1 catapult shot of dying. You can see there's a huge mech army here right now. And I mean, what's the speed on these? Plus 0.6 speed, so 2.1 speed ballistas, which is slightly insane. Yeah, then he's just not got enough catapults here to really start sort of deflecting this attack. He's got a few more in the airships, he's going to try and do some micro with those, but these catapults are just ripping apart this natural base. So Venny's in a lot of trouble right now. He's deflecting this attack on the fourth actually, I guess. But I mean, he's taking a lot of damage for this. I think actually he lost the natural base. These speedy ballista, what is this speed? It's mentioning the airship speed. So 3.45. So they're not as fast as an airship, but they're going to do really, really well zoning this out with that extra speed. Oh, that's pretty juicy. 3 more go down. Oh, yeah, that's a whole ton of workers that went down there in the natural. Not leading his shots, so he's actually going to miss those last few. But he's now over in the main. There's actually just only 2 catapults here? Okay, the rest of the catapults are over here, so they're going to try and transfer into the main base. Yummy's looking for some damage. I'm not sure what he's going to try and target down in particular. It'd be nice to target down that house. Houses are really, really expensive at 200 gold, so just being able to take that out and supply blocking is nice. And now there's 4 ballista in the main. Venny's going to be so careful. It's so easy. Ooh, I was going to say one volley from those would take out an airship, but huge array of catapult shots actually pick off most of those. So this attack is probably going to get cleaned up. Yeah, one more catapult goes down. Second one's going to go down the back. The ballista are going down. So this aggression in the main is almost over, but Yummy's actually got another attack coming in. Looking for maybe to go into the 4th base again, just put more and more pressure on his opponent right now. You can see, just more mech speed upgrades actually on the way right now for Yummy. So just trying to get that positional advantage. We're good, the attack comes in once again on the 4th base. Then he just can't be in position for all of this at once. The one ballista in the back again is going to start working away on this airship. Only 2 shots away from going down. And you can see Venny's actually dropped down to 8 workers versus 27. It's looking worse and worse for him. He just can't afford to keep this fight going. And even if he could, he's just not in position to. All these catapults are stuck over in the main base. Another huge attack is coming in on the natural. This castle's probably going to go down, and that's like, well, that's one of the main mining bases left of Venny. That one goes down, so that's huge there. Yummy getting a great start in this game. Well, I'd say start, great finish to this game, I guess. All these catapults here, 36 damage a shot. This castle is not going to live very long. Gotta be careful to focus that down though. Does pick off a few extra workers, but you don't want to risk the friendly fire. Venny's coming in, he's getting another catapult off the top here, but he's got nothing to deal with this push on his 3rd base. And this is looking like GG pretty soon. There's only 4 workers left. There's nothing to deal with this push up here. I mean, there's catapults being dropped, so that is actually allowing Venny to live a little bit longer than maybe he would do. But there we go, natural goes down, 3rd base is under pressure. This is probably just going to be the end of the game right now. So really fantastic play here from Yummy, just continually putting on that pressure, putting on that harassment. Venny says GG. And there we go. Yummy will take the first game in this series. Alright, so we're in game 2 now of this grand final best of 7 series. Map 2, it's going to be Warway. Up in the top right in the red chunks, we're going to have a Yummy Blah Blah. Down in the bottom left, in the blue, it is going to be Venny. So we're seeing going to be a house first opening of both players here, so not too surprising. Yummy actually though is going to hide a proxy. That's what he did the last time he played on this map, so I'd be surprised if Venny doesn't suspect something. So yeah, it is going to be proxy 2 racks here from Yummy. There goes the backs. Venny, what you going to do? He's going to go racks. He's going racks with no scouting. So I mean, that's really quite risky. I also always recommend that people scout with racks. I know some people disagree with me on that, but for this very reason is you're not going to scout this in time. So this is actually pretty big. The first rack is going to finish up soon. I guess he's not going to. He's just going to start the next barracks with this worker here. He's actually, how many workers has he gone up to? He's actually gone. Yeah, so he's got the 7 mining. You might already do it at 7. I thought you needed 8, but well, I guess this 8th one can just go back. But the soldiers are going to start to come out now. There's going to be 1 soldier out for Benny. So this first soldier shouldn't get too much of an advantage. He wants to have 2 at least. Or sorry, at least the second barracks producing. So he actually has a unit count advantage. See, so Benny is going to go in. He's going to scout now, but this is pretty late. He will spot this, however, so he can defend as long as he gets the tower up in a good position and gets repairs on it. So he's going to come in, going to see this now, going to see that there is just a house here, so he knows something's proxied. In fact, his soldier comes over to the left here. He's actually going to elect for a second barracks, but this is going to be way too late. He's not going to have enough units. There's actually an archer as the second unit, so archer versus soldier is not a matchup you want to take. Archers are great in the back for sort of picking off and focusing down units, but yeah, early game they're really not what you want versus racks. And in fact, Yummy's going to go in once again with this forward tower. Really nice play. I do like this build. The soldier's going to be there to try and pick it off, but 2 soldiers safe from Yummy with the double racks production. Benny's going for his own defensive tower, so this is really just going to come down to the micro and how they can take this battle, but Yummy's going to have this forward tower in just a second. That's going to be so hard to hold. Yummy's actually, okay, he's not electing to produce any more units, just because he's going to be supply blocked pretty soon, but here we go. The soldiers being deflected off Yummy's own tower. Yummy's going to come and deny Benny's tower from going up too much longer. The more he can delay that, the better. In fact, refocus fires the tower actually to pick off these workers. So really nice play here from Yummy, taking advantage of everything he's got. And yeah, Benny's just got nothing here. He's not even producing any extra soldiers. Just trying to micro this battle, and just more and more soldiers coming in from this proxy 2 racks. So Yummy's looking to take a very swift game 2. Benny's trying to repair this tower and actually get it completed, but 5 soldiers here, tower there. Really quick round-up game in under 4 minutes. That is how you 2-racked on Warway. So nice play there from Yummy. Alright, so welcome back. We're in game 3 of this final series. In the blue trunks, up on the left hand side, it is Yummy Balala. Down in the right hand side, in the red trunks, it is gonna be Venny. So Venny actually saying he's not played this map before, so maybe Yummy's gonna have some fun little strats he can pull out on this map. Maybe he's actually gonna go for a super early scout. No? Oh, he's gonna pull it away. Is he going for a 2-racks 2 games in a row? Venny's gotta be paranoid about this by now. Is it? Yeah, he's... Okay, so he set off with a choke, but he's actually not electing to scout, so another... I mean, racks is good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like a good opening, and it's generally fairly safe, but the point of the racks opening is you also get the scout with it. So, I mean, without going for this scout, you are open to essentially, like, towers down here on the low ground, just to pressure you. You're, again, obviously open to 2-racks, you're open to drops. But he's not going to go for the scout, at least. Not until this barracks is completed. No, not even then. So Yummy's going to go for this 2-racks again, looking to just really just close out this series. If he wins this, they will be on the ace match. There's actually a worker going to hide in there. I don't know if we can't show you, can we? Even with health bars on. But it is hiding behind that house, looking for the block. So the first soldier's going to pop out. But this looks to be pretty much exactly the same scenario. It's going to be a lot more difficult though on this map, just because of this high ground that you have at your natural. It basically means that you can't really just put a tower up in your opponent's base. Well, not so easily anyway, because if you lose high ground vision, then you can't keep targeting these units. He's going to go for the proxy tower again though, just relying on this aggression to give him the high ground vision he needs. Goes in, gets the first hit on this opposing soldier. The tower really quickly this time though, coming down from Veni, but he's got to make sure that actually completes. He cannot let these soldiers in to deny it. More workers being pulled to come in here to actually try and deal with this, but I mean, this is just really difficult. The archer actually behind this has meant the soldier is getting deflected a little bit, but there we go, the worker comes in, that's going to get taken out. One more worker will go down at the front. The archer actually taking damage as well. Oh, soldier popped out. I actually can't click on it. But soldier did pop out in between the middle there. Another soldier going down the left hand side here. The archer is the only thing left defending apart from these workers. Two towers are going to set up, so as long as... If Veni can deny the high ground vision for Veni here. I completely did the words the wrong way around. If Veni can deny Yummy high ground vision, then he's fine, he can defend this. He'll be able to repair this and he won't get his workers picked off. But right now this soldier's up in his natural, so there's no way that's going to happen. Yummy's actually got repairs on his own tower, which Veni is not actually focusing down this worker, so he is actually going to lose his tower and will actually lose the high ground. That's going to be really frustrating for him. Where are the soldiers actually? There's one fighting in the natural here. The other one's actually looking to pick up more weak workers. There's so many on low health in this main base. And Yummy is actually looking to make this aggression work once again. Veni just clearly didn't learn his lesson from the first game. Yummy's actually going to pick up this worker repairing the tower because Veni finally focused his down. But this soldier, one kill in the main. Or he might go get a second one if he can get these hits off. One more hit, come on. Oh, okay, he gets 2 kills. So that's nice. Another soldier though running into the main base looking for all these extra pickoffs. Nope, not gonna quite get that. So Yummy's actually not managing to repair this tower on the low ground. Then he's actually keeping his alive for now. But 2 more soldiers now behind this. So they can actually pick up this tower fairly easily. But I mean, the worker count's actually really soon. Yummy's not lost workers, I guess he's just not produced any. Which is really weird. I guess he lost 1 or 2 down on this low ground. Oh, actually really clutch there. Yummy does keep this alive. It will go down a few extra shots. Oh my gosh, it's alive on 1 health. And these are all soldiers, so they actually have to get in melee range. So really clutch there. The tower will go down now, just smacks it down. Takes a bit of damage to do so, but Veni says GG will go out. So Yummy's gonna take another pretty quick game. And he's actually 3 games up now, which puts him 1 game away from victory. So, alright, so we're on the 4th and potentially final game of this series. This is the grand finals for the March tournament. We are looking at game 4 of this best of 7 series. Up in the top right hand trunks, in the red trunks, it's going to be Veni. Down in the bottom left, in the blue, we do have Yummy Blah Blah. And looks like Yummy is going to go for a fast expand build here. And Veni looks like might be Raxi, could be a Wolf opening. Veni a little bit salty after that last match. So yeah, I'd be more likely to see Wolves on this map, seeing as it's so open. But Veni's going to commit to this 1 Rax opening. Will he actually scout this time? He doesn't need to because there's a fast expand, but I mean, even with the fast expand, you want to know it's there so you can actually put the pressure on. Or at least cancel your units and go for a quick third. But Yummy clearly playing the mind games well today, and is going to take advantage of the fact that his opponent is still feeling a little bit paranoid. So, winner of this, again, pretty sure I mentioned it in the earlier matches, but winner of this does take home $60. His opponent is only going to get 30 from our prize pool. So, pretty important game. We will try and run more of these tournaments as well, of course. So, do go play in those. Probably run one another couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, maybe the end of next month. So, Yummy's actually going to go scout now. He's putting the tower... It's an interesting position. It's going to give him a one-gap wall off over here. And obviously sort of protects his whole worker line. So, I like the placement. And... yeah, so Benny's not going to really be able to deal with this. He's going out to scout now, but... yeah. He's just not going to be out in time to get to his opponent's base before the tower comes up. We will get a worker pick-off for free, so that's nice. But Yummy, on the other side, is going to be throwing down a workshop. And it looks like it's going to be a Catadrop follow-up again. There goes Benny's expand. He's going to be... is he actually not going to get that worker? So yeah, Yummy just saying, with the mind games, knows he's delayed his opponent's aggression. So he knows he's perfectly safe. He is going to complete this tower now as the soldier wanders into the natural. And this will just completely shut this down. Then he should see... yeah, does see the workshop. So knows that it is probably going to be drops. There's the advanced workshop coming down behind it, so... yeah, so Benny's just going to actually... he should actually cancel the soldier and just go for some more archers. He wants to be able to pick off this airship as quickly as possible. But... and he's actually going to go for an advanced workshop of his own, so... that seems reasonable. Try and get the ballista out, try and deny the air control of his opponent as much as possible. But again, Yummy's going to be looking to go for this same pressure he went for in game 1 of this series. Keep his opponent pinned back in his base while he takes a third, takes the extra tech, and just gets together that nice mech army that's so difficult to kill. Actually, Benny's actually going to commit more and more to these soldiers, so hoping maybe just to pick off the catapults on the ground before the catapults really do much damage. So that's an interesting approach. I think I'll see a lot more people trying to actually just pick off the airship and deny that rather than picking off the catapult, but we'll see how it works. The advanced workshop is nearly complete, so we'll be able to get that ballista out not too long after this drop arrives. Seeing as obviously there is going to be travel distance for Yummy's drop. So the airship completes now, about a couple of seconds, and the catapult will come out, and we'll see this push off across the map. So again, following up with this forge, and so that's probably going to be the +1 attack, just a 2-shot these workers, and you can see he's already preparing to take his third base over on this right hand side. So there we go. So yeah, the ballista for Benny is actually, it is almost complete. It's about 10 seconds away, so it should be out in time to defend this main. Not so sure about his natural, but he will have a few archers out to try and deal with this. And you can see soldiers actually in good position to spot this coming in. So let's see. So a couple of catapult shots do actually land on the ballista. Going to see how much damage he can get done. Forge actually coming down from Benny as well. So not a huge amount of damage done here so far for Yummy. He's going to try and go for those worker shots, but no such luck yet. Oh, does get a few. I say a few, does get a little bit more damage. There we go. So now a couple of them are one shot away from being killed. But this drop is just getting pushed further and further back. And he will have to retreat that either to get repaired or maybe to just slip into the main. But then he's got his own airship ballista combo now. So this drop is going to be really, really hard for Yummy to actually get much done with. These catapults, they do actually get a few kills. We're actually going to see Yummy actually with now a significant lead. 5 workers is a hell of a lot. Ooh, he's got to be careful though. He might lose the airship. I think he might. Yeah, he pauses for just a second. The ballista shot comes in, and takes that down. He's going to see how much damage he can do with this catapult. We'll get a little bit more damage on these archers, so that's nice, but all in all, actually a fair amount of damage done. So pretty nice drop, and of course the pressure means this third base is almost complete for Yummy. And obviously forcing out a huge amount of units out of his opponent, whereas normally Benny would have wanted to go just for this really quick third base and take advantage of the fact there's no aggression coming. But he's not going to get that opportunity. He's going to take the third base now, but it's going to be pretty delayed. And looks like he's actually going to be going into mech as well. So, or at least counter drops. We shall see. So it is going to be another pretty mech heavy game. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Mech's got a lot of micro potential. I'm not sure people always take full advantage of that, but it's a pretty volatile matchup. You can lose a lot very, very quickly. But we will see now. This +1 does finish up, so these workers are going to die in 2 shots. The airship's going to come into the main base now. The archers are in position. They're going to do a little bit of damage. More importantly, the 2 ballistas in this airship are the most important thing. The catapult shots come in. You get a few workers. Oh, but this is 3 ballistas! That's really, really bad for Yummy there. Actually loses. He does actually drop the 2 catapults, so that's actually nice. He does drop those both out, but he will lose both of those now. And he put some more damage on. How many kills did he get? He got not much of anything actually with that drop. So not the best drop in the world, to be honest. It got picked off really quickly. Really nice timing actually for Benny with this ballista popping out. But I mean, obviously it keeps the pressure on his opponent. He keeps Benny pinned back at his base. Benny actually needs to transfer some of these workers over to his third base if he wants to really maximize his economy, which he really should do because he's about, what, 8 workers behind? That's a pretty big deal. But yeah, that was a lot of stuff for Yummy to throw away. Then he's actually got this soldier out here just trying to keep an eye out for incoming drops. So it should see drops heading towards his natural. Not sure it's going to see anything coming towards his main. But it's a nice attempt. Just take advantage of this unit. But we're going to see Yummy once again. He's going to come around wide on this time. So you can see on the map he's come around wide on the right. Dead at the center. Now he's going to come swinging up round the left hand side. This soldier will spot it, but possibly not in time. There's not actually many workers to kill here on this third base. But he will deny a little bit more mining time. I don't know why Benny's actually attacking his own castle. Almost bomber style there. So Yummy's actually once again going to abandon this catapult essentially to deny mining time. But yeah, double ballista with the ballista on the ground. This drop gets shut down again. So, I mean, Yummy's trying for this, and he is building up an army behind it, but he's throwing away an awful lot of gold into these drops. How many has he lost now? 3 airships, 6 catapults. So that is about 900 golds. Actually, we can check. 750 golds worth of units that's being thrown away into these drops right now. So pretty hefty investment just to keep his opponent pinned back, but the longer he can keep his opponent pinned back, the better his economy can get, and the better sort of army he can actually start to get. But ballista in position, it's not actually going to do as much damage as you'd like. He might get a few shots off here. There we go, he does. He gets 3 kills straight away with that. So much better drop this time. Obviously, each time this drop hits, it's going to start weakening up workers that he can then try and attack later. And really nice control there from Benny. Does shut the drop down again. So that's a nice trick, by the way, that you can use. Is to drop your ballista out of your airship, keep the airship moving, and pick it back up to keep harassing the dropship. But of course, that means then the ballista almost get effectively pulled forwards when you do that. So you don't actually lose any speed on your ballista if you do it correctly. So really nice control from Benny there, just to shut that drop down. Now we can see Yummy's going to start to move out with this mech army. You can see he's actually got 4 workshops right now, 5 workshops, which is slightly ridiculous. He's going down for this 4th base now on the bottom right hand side. So this is going to be difficult to stop. I mean, Benny's got 5 catapults, which is like normally would be great in your army, but really not going to do much against as many. It's basically the equivalent of Immortals or siege tanks if you play StarCraft 2. Like you do not want to be down the catapult numbers in these fights. Then he's going to try and take this base, but towers are really not going to defend you much against catapults. Then he does see this army now, so he's going to come in from the left hand side. He's got airships, and airships do help a lot. You can micro your catapults really quite effectively, and that do allow you to essentially dodge shots and get you in a great position. And actually this soldier is going to wander all the way to the front. So there you go, you can see the shots come raining down, but the catapult gets picked up almost immediately, which just dodges all the shots. But you have to be so careful with this. Then he's coming in, he's going to actually get a fair amount of damage in on this army. Yeah, Emery's actually not moving forward. He's going to pick up these 2 soldiers as well. More catapults coming in from behind. Yeah, and that's why you have to have perfect control. Because against an army like that, you mess up the control on your catapults and your airship, and they do just melt. 10 shots is about, sort of, what is that? 350 damage, which is ridiculous. Picks up actually 1 ballista. Looks like he should get a 2nd here, so that's really nice. That's going to make his drops more effective in the late game. But these airships actually making it really difficult for Yummy. He's actually getting picked off, and he's actually taking a really bad fight here over on this left hand side. Not getting much done. He will pick off the 2 healthy ones and try and then go and drop them into the natural. But you can see these catapults down to pretty much no health. They will get out. Gets another few kills here on the natural base though. Oh, but he could lose this airship. That's really not good. But of course, keeping more and more pressure on his opponent. Then he's trying to go for his 4th base as well. You can see again, just drops him down to 17 workers, which is absolutely massive. That's going to be a huge difference in the economy. Can you not see this? He actually doesn't see the base. It's literally, yeah, it's literally 1 pixel away. And there we go. Now he sees it. So another huge army is going to come in. Should be able to deny this 4th base. The other useful thing in catapults, which you don't see so much, but you used to see a little bit with the old archer catapult style, is catapults actually have the potential to shoot slightly further than they can see, because they've got a range of about 9.5, I think, and a vision range of about, I think it's 8? Oh, that's really bad for Yummy. Gets his whole attack cleaned up there. So, the power of area of effect damage. Yeah, which means that these airships actually do allow you to actually shoot slightly further than your opponent's catapults if they don't have any catapults out there. So you can actually take a much safer engagement as long as you have control of those guys. So that's a really quite nice advantage of this sort of airship opening. And then he's going to come in, he's going to try and probably go in for this 4th base. Yeah, he's going to actually angle that way now. So both players just trying to recover and set up their economy a little bit. Yummy's actually going to take the 5th. The drop comes in, but actually, then you're not paying a huge amount of attention. We'll almost lose that. And Yummy's actually looking to cut him off. He does have... doesn't have any range upgrades, but he does have the speed. No, he won't catch this in time. Airships are just a little bit too quick. But would be really nice pick off if he could have got that. Oh, I guess I must have missed a drop somewhere. Sorry about that, but this Forge does go down to nearly half health. So I guess catapult drop must have come in. Yeah, looks like it. So, yeah, a little bit difficult to keep a track of all of the engagements. Would actually really like to have, I think, the StarCraft added this recently with you can get little pings on the map when people load up their dropships, which is really cool. Makes it much easier for observers. But we can see small, I say small, I was looking at this bit, but fairly large army is going to come around on this right hand side, see what it can do. It's actually going to manage to get up onto this high ground. That's pretty important. The high ground obviously means you can't shoot up if you can't see, or at least you can't target specific units. So having vision of this high ground is useful. Again, where the airships are great. But this army from Yummy is pretty clumped up. He's taking a lot of damage. He's trying to take this engagement. He's doing okay, but so many of these units are ballista, which just don't do anything against catapults. And once again, it looks like Yummy is going to just fail this push. He's doing damage, but like he's just not really getting the better end of these trades. Actually, the gold lost is actually dead even, which is really surprising considering how much he's thrown away. He's actually, I guess, made up for all these thrown away catapults just in the amount of workers he's killed. So that's pretty damn impressive, seeing he's thrown away, well, not thrown away, but he's lost. Let's see, 40 catapults, is that 40 catapults for, yeah, 40 catapults for Yummy in this game, which is probably more catapults than most players ever build in a game. We'll actually pick up another, oh, not quite, almost gets another ballista. Again, catapults coming in on this third base, so just so much pressure here on Benny. He just, well, he needs to be able to stabilize. This is starting to look like game 1 again, where despite these traits for Yummy, he's just all over the place. Another dropship here as well. Managing to actually secure this 5th base, which is really nice for him. That's a whole bunch of extra income. Is actually going to come in on this 4th base. There's a tower here to defend, but obviously towers don't do much against catapults. Another 3 workers going down. There's a few catapults here from Benny trying to come in and defend this. Benny's actually floating a huge amount of gold right now. He's just got to spend this. I mean, that's 1,500 gold, which is either like easily another 15 catapults, which makes a big difference in this matchup. Yeah, I'm actually going to spread out his catapults a little bit. I think he's just going to commit to trying to kill this base. He's not really focus firing down any of these catapults. But that pick-off is going to be really nice if he can just slow down the income of his opponent. I think he's actually going to go try and attack this base over here as well. Another drop coming into the main at the same time. There is one ballista here to try and deal with this, but that's not going to get a huge amount done without an airship to accompany it. Actually, going to snipe off that house. That's really nice. That's an extra 200 gold worth of house. Won't supply block his opponent. But nice little pick-off. Catapult's actually just sitting on this left-hand side, poking away at this 4th base. I'm going to slowly take that out. Ballista does pick up the airship in the main, though. Looks like Yummy's just going to commit these 2 catapults to trying to pick up another house. Just slow down his opponent as much as possible. This airship might be able to come in and save it. Nope. No, that's going to go down. So, Yummy sees there's no 4th base over here. But again, coming in on this 4th base with this next wave of units, is going to start to put more pressure on this. This is almost certainly going to go down right now. There's just no units in position to defend this. I mean, Benny's got 8 catapults somewhere, but... And you can see they're all just being pulled out of position. I don't even know where they are. I guess they're in dropships. Oh, does lose that ballista out the sky. That's pretty important as well. This 4th base goes down. So Benny's economy is not looking great here. Yummy's actually probably going to lose most of these units in this attack, though. The does pick up an airship, so that's really nice. So just trying to maximize the amount of damage he can do in these engagements. He's actually going to run up towards this 3rd base, but that was already being harassed. Benny says GG, and Yummy will actually take this 4-0. So he went down earlier in the tournament, but coming back with an absolutely dominating performance in the finals. Really nice mech play, just attacking all over the map to the point where I couldn't even cover all of it, but really nice. So congratulations to Yummy, he will be our March champion. $60 is going to be heading his way. So, absolutely fantastic play from him. We will try and run another tournament fairly soon, if we can. But other than that, that's going to be it from me. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.